Monsieur Pierre, voilà ça quoi.
Good morning, Monsieur Pierre. We wanted to ask you a few questions about a project we're working on. How often do you contribute to Djangui or Tontine?
On peut arrêter. Mamie, c'est ton gay. So it really depends on how much he sold on that day. Well, actually, first of all, he goes by, the collector agent stop by on a daily basis. And depending on how much he sold on that day, or sells in that day, he can, depending on how much profit he thinks he's making, he will contribute a percentage of that profit.
Okay. How often do you withdraw?
Bon, quand il faut à quand on gagne de banque, à tout pouvoir. Au lieu de besoin combien de fois au curé, nous achetons la semaine, au curé tout le monde achète la semaine. Donc, bon, nous avons un curé au curé tout le monde avant fin du mois. La contrainte, on est au curé tout le monde. Microfinance que nous avons les examens
alors de ça.
D'accord. Okay. So it's on a monthly basis, and he needs to let his collector agent know in advance if he's willing to get the money at the end of the month, or some of that money.
Okay. Do you ever leverage your contribution to borrow money when needed?
Bon, un cabo yo chuté, c'est pas banque. On le pas on chuté un cabaye. On a un bon set, il faut encore. Yes, he does. He's able to leverage that money, his savings, to make to lend money. But he's highlighting that it's a little bit limited in the sense that interest rates are kind of high, and he doesn't feel comfortable having to pay those interest rates. So he doesn't lend money, but he has that money.
Okay, how easy on a scale from 1 to 5 is it to get your money from your agent, where 1 would be almost impossible and 5 would be very easy?
Bon, banque. au Django qui Mango Django Bamelange en Go et c'était genre. On s'en amène tu as. Donc Go et c'était Yante. Alors on go ta. Itu yang orang go men tu as. Donc même kalau orang go nak go.
Soit pas un cas de fou, soit un rendez-vous, un rendez-vous, non, mais elle a monté pour se faire la banque. Non, il faut être confiance sur ce cap Pas au bientôt, elle va donner une chance. Elle va vous donner alors, il y a une chance de voir tout
bon, au début, on va alors de chier au colloque, on met téléphone, tu
veux pas encore, tu veux pas encore là-bas. Mais il y a même des gens qui avoir pour aimer nous les gens. Pas la tour, on a bien après. Mais les gens là, quoi, pour dire là, pour un peu.
So it's actually really interesting what he's saying. He's saying that it's hard. He will pick, what was your suggestion? From
1 to 5.
1 being impossible.
Yeah, 1 almost
being
impossible. Yeah, 5
so
being
I think
pretty
he's
easy.
somewhere around like 1.5, 2. Yes, because he says that if your agent is around, then it's easy. You don't have to do a lot. You just tell him, hey, I need money, and if he has money on him, he can just give it to you. The money he has collected from other people. But otherwise you will have to call him and set up an appointment with him. Or the other option would be for you to go to the bank. For those who registered, the account is registered on the bank, through the collector agent, and you would go to the bank, but still you're faced with like waiting times at the banks, and so it's hard. It's not as easy as it should be.
Okay, next question. What tools do you use to register or track your contributions, such as notebook, phone, none, or is it your agent who does all of that?
Okay. Bon. So here, as you can see, he's saying that this is what he uses on a daily basis to track all his contributions. Katiopa, donc il y a 500. Okay. So this, he lost it sometimes, and what he does, that he just has to get the record from his collector agent, and they cost somewhere around like 200 to 1,000 local francs, which is in a range of like $1 or $2 in general.
To get that notebook or to get the information from his agent?
Get this notebook.
Okay.
Getting the information back is for free.
Okay, next question. What is your level of trust with your agent on a scale from 1 to 5? 1 being that you do not trust them at all, 5 you would trust them with your life.
Melanje, on est nan bonini. Les anem bien bon on ge ne bang. Melanje tonje. A confiance yo green. Yo long popo como pa no san. Como o ye o te la confiance yo sen won yo bien confiance total. Na siengo ngo bo nen ka lo bo de ge a confiance yo bien pues ya ge lo ka bo ya ta. Ya je ren ko bo ngo je ren ba ta. Ale ko.
Mais au Zembo, on peut la faire des capous, non? Et si pas, il faut dire à la fin du mois, ok, non, là, vous avez dit que les gens à d'aller à Djangui, bah, la de pauvre, par où, on capte nos commissions, donc, on capte commun, par où pour être sûr, on les au bout de la bataille, on les capte pour ces capes. On les bat à vous permettre de faire un peu de mal. Comme ça, c'est 6 000 au mois. Côté autre, il y a vraiment ça.
Bon, il y a un dans le à ton pin bon gain, c'est pas à chaud qu'on ait confiance en toi.
C'est bravo, non? On ne confère pas société. Parce que dans une société. Avant, on y a une société. Une c'est bon, c'est telle société. On a confiance de gars, on a une société.
D'accord.
On a confiance, c'est pas vous dire confiance, on n'a pas un banal. On y a plus de société. Au gars, alors, d'un choix, non? Au gars, on y a un peu dans le caillot. On n'a qu'à bloquer. Ah, donc, on a dit, oh, attends, pas mal, c'est une chose. Parce que c'est un peu comme pour la toucher, au gars, il faut la première fois. Parce que mais c'est le aussi. Nous sommes maintenant chez nous sommes chez les hommes aussi, mais nous sommes à moins que si vous avez un temps, il faut un peu de temps pour que vous ayez.
So he's really broad on this one, and he says that he's kind of in the middle. I would say somewhere neutral, 3, because he does this because he actually has no choice. If he had a choice, he wouldn't be doing it. And he's highlighting that the trust factor in this whole thing is that most agents work for another entity, another company. So he has more trust in the company than the single agent that is coming to get his money on a daily basis. And he also highlights that what he has seen is like a lot of those agents like running away with money and people turning back to those companies that the agents work for, the collector agents work for, to get their money. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it was just like a whole setup with both agents and the whole company. So that's
okay. That leads right into my last question. Have you ever had any experience with a fraudulent collector?
Bon, moi, dernier collègue, ana ojo apa o chicken kan yen sen o le chu len ko bo ning long ga ko ngwe ala o la chu kan ning long go ba e pu ga le sho pu ye po chu de o le ju ning a ye le long ke den ga o la o le chu na na o che de
il va me banque là avant qu'on parle par exemple il y avait ta PME à la show ancienne mais après la langue bon là voilà au fond on est comme des cahiers maintenant dans une chose organiser cité moi les trois dans une affaire rien c'est faux banque on est bien la banque non ouais 500 à la bongo mais attends banque les dans à la
So he's highlighting here. He's highlighting here that yes, he actually went through such a thing where he lost like $500,000, which is almost 1,000. 500,000 francs CFA, which is actually 1,000, somewhere around $1,000. You know, he did contribute, and what he had left was like just that notebook with all the transactions that were within it. So yes, he has gone through this specific experience by himself.
Last question we forgot to ask, but how open would you be to trying a new application if such a thing existed?
Bon.
Everybody.
Tout ça, les longs transférés. Donc, est-ce que vous intéressé, il y a une nouvelle solution à un problème collecte, une solution qui va éliminer les risques. D'accord. So yes, in general, he's open to new solutions as long as they are solving the issues that the current manual collection operations face or something like that. He's highlighting that banks, there should be a way to really control the banks in the sense that they're open and then they close without any notice. That's the bigger or microfinance institution, not big banks, and that's that's the main problem in this activity. And yes, he's open to new solutions.
Okay. Thank you for your time. Nandak.